When the world is truly silent, you begin to hear things you shouldn't. Voices in the stillness, footsteps when the floorboards haven't moved, and in my case, a radio. One that should have never worked. One that told me how I'd die. Before it even happened. I never intended to move to the countryside. But after the accident, I needed quiet. Real, suffocating quiet. So I bought a house in the middle of nowhere. A forgotten farmhouse 3 hours from the nearest town. No Wi-Fi, no reception, no power lines. Just wind, birdsong, and an ocean of grass. At first, it was perfect, peaceful, healing. But silence isn't always kind. It presses in on you, distorts time, makes every creak, every sigh of wood sound like a whisper. On the third night, I went down into the basement looking for tools. Instead, I found it. An old tabletop radio, bakelite body, dust-covered dials. It looked like it hadn't been touched in decades. No cord, no batteries. But as I turned away to leave, it clicked on. Static. Loud, hissing static. Then, a voice. Distorted. Warped, but unmistakably mine. It was saying something over and over. "Don't go upstairs." I froze. The air grew thick, heavy, as if the walls themselves were holding their breath. Upstairs. I hadn't even been upstairs yet. The second floor was sealed off, the staircase blocked by a crumbling "Danger, do not enter" sign, and a rotted plank nailed across the door. But now I was curious, irrationally, painfully curious. I pried the wood away, climbed slowly. The floor groaned with each step, like it remembered pain. There were 3 rooms, all empty, except one. A child's bedroom, dusty, forgotten but untouched, as if someone had just stepped out. And in the corner was another radio, identical, plugless, dead, until it wasn't. It clicked on, screamed static, then my voice, again, panicked, faster now. "They're coming, they're at the window, don't look, don't..." Cut. Silence. Then something else, breathing, not from the radio, from behind me. I turned, no one. But the window, which had been shut, was now cracked open. And the night outside was too dark, like it wasn't just night, like it was something else. I tried leaving the next morning, packed everything, but the car wouldn't start, battery dead. My phone, black screen, no power, no birds, no wind, just that same static ringing in the back of my ears, even when the radio was off. Every night it came on, and every night it told me something else. Don't answer the door. Don't sleep in the bedroom. Don't look in the mirror. Each time it was my voice, and each time it was right. One night I didn't listen. The message was, "Don't go into the basement." I did, and I saw it. Myself, hunched, disfigured, pale, skin torn and jaw slack, like a corpse that had tried to scream and never stopped. It turned to me and grinned. Then it charged. I locked myself in the bathroom, sat shaking, crying. The radio buzzed again, but it wasn't a warning this time. It was a broadcast, calm, rhythmic. "This is the hollow signal, 4:46 a.m. Elias Carter found dead in the upstairs hallway. Cause of death, self-inflicted head wound. Message received too late." I screamed. Through the radio, but it kept broadcasting from the floor. "This is the hollow signal, 4:46 a.m. Self-inflicted. Message received too late." Over and over, I ran, out into the fields. I didn't look back. When I finally reached the road at sunrise, I found a man in a truck. He stopped. I babbled about the house, the radio, the voices. He just stared at me, pale, then said, "That house burned down last week. Guy died there. Name was Elias Carter." I laughed, insisted I was alive. I pulled out my ID. It was blank, just a scorched, half-melted card. No photo, no name, just black smears. And then I heard it, faint from inside the truck's radio. "This is the hollow signal, 5:04 a.m. Elias Carter seen walking the road. Subject is unaware." He drove off without me. I've been walking ever since. And now I hear it everywhere, in car engines, in light bulbs, in wind. This is the hollow signal. So if you ever find yourself far from everything, in the kind of silence that feels too heavy, and an old radio clicks on by itself, don't listen. Because if it knows your name, it already knows your ending.